All right. All right, guys. We're going to get back. We're going to get back in to checking out Sonny's V2's video. Every Mr. Beast member who got fired. And we're going to find out why. All right? And I don't think it's because they were playing Ark. Just had to say that.
Mr. Beast crew members who have either been publicly fired or have disappeared without explanation. And we're going to talk about all of them, beginning with Matt Turner, who had one of the more controversial endings to his time working
Matt
with
Turner,
Mr. Beast.
okay.
Matt Turner was initially hired as an editor for Mr. Beast back in 2018. Yet
Oh, that's
only
cool.
5 months after getting hired, Matt would upload a video to his personal channel titled Why I Quit Working for Mr. Beast, in which he'd explain that he was no longer on the team. Matt would then go on to praise Mr. Beast, talking about how much he enjoyed the job.
This was a dream job for so long. Going to work was a blast each and every day. Mr. Beast paid for my rent every month when I lived in North Carolina. Me and Mr. Beast, I still consider friends. Never got in any fights. No one did anything wrong in this situation. If you're watching this, Mr. Beast, I love you, bro.
However, despite ending his message by stating that he loved Mr. Beast, approximately 1 year and 2 months later, Matt Turner would take to Twitter stating the following. I'm not going to make a video about my time editing for Mr. Beast, but I will say that it was the most mentally draining time of my life. I was yelled at, bullied, and called replaceable by Mr. Beast every day. Being in tears and having mental breakdowns day after day is difficult, and after a while it became too much. After every editing mistake I made, I was made to feel like an absolute idiot. So that's a summary of almost every day on the team. That's what it was like to work for Mr. Beast, and that is why I don't work there now.
Okay, that's kind of shitty. It's like, bro, okay, listen. It's like a lot of, almost everything that you say on this planet can be taken out of context. And it's like, if you think about it, okay, if I'm saying something and we're talking and it's like, I have this problem because it's like, I have a team that I manage as well. And they're like, well, you yell, you do this. I'm like, no, I'm being stern with you. Just because I'm talking like this and then I change my voice to a more stern voice doesn't mean I'm yelling. It just means that I want you to listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Let's do what I'm asking you to do, and things will work out.
While Matt might have thought that
so this could just be
a bunch of respect and sympathy,
it could just be a problem with perception.
Instead began to stick up for Mr. Beast. I think people are jumping to conclusions with this Mr. Beast stuff. If this editor really was harassed like that, wouldn't he have spoken up sooner? He's one of the most famous YouTubers, so it would have been easy to start accusing him. I think the bullying is just over exaggerated.
That's what I'm thinking.
Mr. Beast
Nadir, Kaf al Hel. Walaikum salam, how are you today?
This editor is a kid who hasn't experienced the real working world, so throws a tantrum and starts slamming Mr. Beast with unsupported allegations the moment it gets tough. Kids these days. Bruh, this was 1 year ago, why are you coming at him now? Keemstar would point out the most obvious flaw with Matt's Twitter thread.
I just find it very strange that he's coming out saying all this negative stuff about Mr. Beast when a year ago, when he actually left, he uploaded a video saying it was the greatest time of his life.
Whilst others came forward stating that they had a great time working with Mr. Beast.
I've known Mr. Beast for over 3 years now, and I was helping him with graphics for his channel. I don't even have one experience of him being mean or disgruntled to me in any way. He was always very kind and very nice.
This is what I'm talking about, perception, guys.
I talked to one of his employees, and he seemed like he loved working for him, and Mr. Beast seemed like a really cool, genuine guy.
Things became even worse for Matt after Mr. Beast had a phone call with Keemstar.
And what Mr. Beast told me is basically like, when they fired him or whatever, they gave him $10,000 and they got him a job at Sword.
And shortly thereafter, Matt deleted the tweets and was even brave enough to claim that his Twitter had been hacked. Despite basically being laughed off the internet, Matt Turner continues to upload van life videos, one of which including a pretty weak apology to Mr. Beast.
If anyone was offended by me saying that that wasn't the best experience, well then I do apologize.
With the whole ordeal being summarized by YouTuber Prison Mate Luke.
What did you gain from it, really?
What happened? Okay, so we're watching a video talking about every Mr. Beast team member that got fired and why they got fired. So we're looking at this guy. His name's Matt Turner, and he left saying that he was okay, everything was cool, and then like a year later started talking shit. So this is the thing, man. And it's like, if that's the case and they did pay him like a whole bunch, like $10,000, and got him a different job, like it couldn't have been that bad of a split. You know what I mean? You've seen so many people do stuff like this yeah, see, that's exactly it. And it's like Mr. Beast is obviously a huge name to fucking name drop. So it's like you drop in Mr. Beast's name, like input Mr. Beast in just about anything, you're gonna get attention, right? You're gonna get attention. It is what it is. But I think, like I said, I honestly feel like this is just kind of like one of those things, and it's like I've seen it like hiring younger people that have never worked before. When you're starting with them and you set expectations and then they don't meet those expectations, and you tell them that they don't meet those expectations, the ass hurt shit happens. It's like, bro, I need to have like everybody just like if you're a manager or something, and let me rephrase that. If you were a good manager, just get some preparation H for everybody. That's it.
A little bit of clout from the beginning. You destroyed any chance of you having an actual YouTube career, and all of those views went away immediately. And now you're just forever tainted with the fact that you're just the guy that lied about Mr. Beast.
However, Matt Turner wasn't the only person to try and expose Mr. Beast before having it backfire terribly. Back in 2018, Fly Does YT uploaded a video titled
I've never heard of any of these people.
Worst week of my life, in which he'd foolishly accused Mr. Beast of faking the content before going on to make the bizarre point that Mr. Beast didn't even appear in the videos.
When you make a YouTube video for your channel, you should, we'll go film your video without you. That's cool, yeah.
The claims were so outrageous that Mr. Beast himself took to Twitter before stating, "If you think I'm faking my videos, then ask the streamer to whom I gave hundreds of thousands of dollars when they get them. Go and ask somebody who got part of the $500,000 that I gave away this year when they got it. You will not find a person who said I did not give them any money." These tweets were followed by Mr. Beast appearing on Drama Alert, where he'd explain the situation from his perspective.
I paid for his plane ticket, his Uber, his hotel for a week, his Uber, and his plane ticket, which he made a 25-minute quote-unquote exposing video on me, but doesn't mention that I spent thousands of dollars getting him here, paid him $750 for like 5 days worth of work, which is really good pay. He has all these issues, quote-unquote, but he doesn't say any of them to me while he's here. He doesn't talk to me while he's here. He just bundles it all up so he can make this 25-minute video and blow everything out of proportion when he gets home.
Before going on to
See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that, people can't be rude. Mr. Beast can't be rude. Was big on SNN? Oh, okay. On this season? Matt Turner was on Big Brother this season. Oh, on Big Brother this season. I'm dumb. I can't read chat. We all know this. Unfortunately, there are people who get jobs and don't think, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. So it's like Mr. Beast, I feel like has got to be the guy. Like he's got to be the guy that it's like if I hire somebody, it's like he's probably even like obviously he's better than I am as far as like hiring the team members that he absolutely needs because look at where he is. But it's like if I hire somebody, it's like day one I set expectations with those people. And it's like he probably set expectations with each one of these people saying, "Hey, this is the job. This is what I expect you to do. If you don't do it, see ya." I have no doubt. Like, he had to have.
To absolutely destroy the claims that his videos were fake.
My videos aren't fake. Like, I counted to 100,000. I watched Dance to Your Dead for, whatever. I give streamers $30,000. It's just slander from his part.
Whilst providing an explanation for why he wasn't able to fully appear in one of the videos.
I have Crohn's disease. Most of you don't know what it is. It was really acting up. So I said, hey, you guys go film the rest of the video. I want to go nap. I got to take it easy. Now he's making an exposed video like, oh, Mr. Beast doesn't film his own videos. Like, what are you going on about, man? You're trying to pin the fact that I have an illness on me, and like I'm not public about this type of stuff.
Which once again prompted a former employee to come out stating, as someone who is friends with both Mr. Beast and Fly, it is my unbiased opinion that Fly is in the wrong. Unlike Matt Turner, Fly has since had a relatively successful career, having built a channel with over 300,000 subscribers, yet he hasn't been nearly as successful as Jake the Viking, who's been able to show that a peaceful ending with Mr. Beast.
I like Jake. Like, we've seen him, like, if you've watched Mr. Beast videos, Jake's been in a lot of videos, and it's like, I like him, and I remember when he left, and it's like, Mr. Beast was very, like, it seemed like this was, yeah, it does, and that's the thing. It's like, we talk about this all the time, guys. Everybody, it's like, we talk about it, it's like, when something positive happens, no one gives a shit, but it's like, as soon as something, like, bad happens, everybody's like, on the bandwagon. Everybody jumps on.
Is always the most beneficial path. Jake appeared on the Mr. Beast channel for the first time back in June 2018, as Jimmy required a strong character to include within the videos.
Can you dip this in the water tank for me? It's really heavy, but you're like a big boy.
At this point in time, the content
You're
was
a big boy.
Physical, and therefore having Jake as a member of the team worked out perfectly. However, by early...
Hey, thank you for the follow, Sapphire. Thank you. All right, here we go. I've gotta fix this real quick. There we go. Boom.
Early 2020.
Thank you for the follow,
content became
Sapphire.
less
Welcome to
focused
the
on physical
trap!
challenges, and as a result, Jake began to appear in fewer and fewer videos.
Right. Well, listen, guys. It's like, this is what I tell everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a YouTuber, Twitch, whatever. If you have people that you work with, it's like there's no reason that you can't leave amicably. Obviously, there's some things, and there's always the exception to that rule, but it's like, like my grandfather always like instilled to me that you don't want to ever burn a bridge. And it's like, I have past employers that still fucking call me and they check in with me. They're like, hey man, how's it going? What are you doing? Like I used to work for a company where I worked here in the state that I live in. The HQ was in another state. Bro, they came down here. I haven't worked for this company for 2 fucking years. They came down here, took me out to dinner, bought me a whole bunch of drinks, all this other shit. They still pay for me to have a gun range membership. And this is all. Don't burn the fucking bridge. Don't burn the bridge, chat. Don't burn the bridge. Good things happen. Let's see. Thank Mr. Beast, and you would love to work for. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Like, if you're wanting to go out on your own, it's like do that. I mean, look at if you guys are on YouTube and you guys are into like streaming stuff, it's like, think about this. Like, look at Sam Woodhall and Harris Heller. Like Sam worked it out with Harris and was like, hey, I want to work more on my own stuff. And it's like they still work together. They're still friends, bro. It's like end on a good note if you're able to. Not saying every situation allows for that, but try and not burn a bridge, because I'm telling you right now, it will bite you in the ass later. I'm telling you. You don't know what's so hard to be cool with people, even if you don't agree. So, I mean, yeah, you could be civil. Like, the perfect example is this, is like when elections come around in the US, if you guys aren't in the US, there's like, everybody picks a side, and it's like, why can't we have a conversation? And this is why I don't like to talk politics, and religion's another thing. It's like, I have my views, you guys have your views, we can have a conversation. But it's like, once that conversation, you can tell when somebody starts to get worked up, and it's like, then we need to taper off of that conversation, right? You can read people. It's like, we've been around people our entire lives, and shit, social media, like, bro, you guys, we can read people. Let's de-escalate. Let's chill. Let's have a conversation. We don't have to burn bridges. We don't have to start shit. Let's have a conversation. I'm not saying, guys, we all know that it's not a perfect world, and that doesn't happen, but it's like, we can at least try to make the fucking world a little bit better. Just a little.
Time in $60,000 extreme hide and seek challenge, which was followed by a comment to Jake's TikTok 2 months later asking, "Are you still working with Mr. Beast?" To which he'd respond, "Lol, nah, they fired me." 9 days later, Jake would clarify this comment by uploading a now incredibly viral video titled "Why I Left Mr. Beast," in which he'd explain why he had been let go.
And it came down to my piece no longer fit the puzzle. If that's the
there
best
you
way to
go.
put it.
Before discussing how he wanted to leave anyway, so he could pursue content creation under his own name.
It was a mutual leaving. I'd already told him multiple times, what I wanted to do was kind of be my own boss, do my own thing. Me and Jimmy did not have any type of falling out, so everything's cool. Mr. Beast still love you, bro.
Basically, he got tired of being an employee. He wanted to start his own brand, be his own boss, do his own thing, which is respectable. He didn't want to be just that guy on every Mr. Beast video. Good luck to you, Viking. Jake's peaceful ending in combination with his unique, recognizable image has helped him to maintain success even after leaving the team, having gained over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and over 2.5 million followers on TikTok. However, Jake the Viking wasn't the only person who eventually ran out of utility on the
Bro,
Mr.
I'm
Beast
just saying,
team.
it's like, there
For
you
example,
go. He ran, listen, Mr. Beast probably told him, hey man, this is the direction we're going. We don't really need your character anymore. And it's like, there's a way to go about talking to people. And it's like, I can't imagine Mr. Beast saying, obviously I don't know Mr. Beast. However, we do, bro, I could probably go find him. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. I swear. I'm not going to do that. But no, I just can't imagine, telling somebody. It's like, there's an easy way to tell someone, hey, we no longer need your services. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I hope you find, your next opportunity in life, whatever. I mean, that just whatever, each situation's different. Every person is different. And it's like somebody like Mr. Beast that's been doing this for as long as he has, he's obviously been able to keep it going. So it's like he knows how to deal with people. especially the folks that work with him. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know why like people would especially burn a bridge to Mr. Beast. Like, why would you burn that bridge?
Whatever happened to Ty? Who was
Yeah,
picked up on
just
the side of
don't
the
be an
road for
ass.
his first appearance in the world's largest bowl of cereal video.
You wanna come sit in a pool of cereal for 10K?
And with comments
Hell
such as,
yeah, I'll
"Ty
go
is
sit
such
in a
cool
bowl of
guy who
cereal."
needs to be in more challenges, he was able to return to the channel,
And then this is Ty from the cereal videos. You guys really liked him, so we brought him back.
appearing in a total of 7
There you
different
go.
videos before he'd also disappear. Considering Ty was picked up at random on the side of the street, he was never an official member of the MrBeast crew, yet according to the wiki, Ty still works for MrBeast, but works mostly behind the scenes. Ty has since become a father
Hey, that's
and still
cool.
maintains an Instagram following of over 28,000 and a TikTok following of over 80,000, on which he uploads music, comedy, and dancing
Yeah.
videos.
No,
Tyler
Riyadh,
Conker
you're
was
right,
another
dude.
MrBeast member who disappeared from the videos without any explanation, and his disappearance is probably the most mysterious of them all. Tyler became the second MrBeast crew member after featuring on the channel for the first time in February 2016, when MrBeast had only 18,000
I can honestly tell you that I don't remember this guy. I don't remember this guy from any Mr. Beast videos. I don't remember him at all.
subscribers. From here, Tyler was featured in videos such as We Are
Yeah.
Better Than Dude Perfect.
Sapphire,
which
I
was
think you're
followed by
right.
Tyler
I think
helping
you're
out
right.
Jimmy's brother. Yet Tyler's final obvious appearance on the MrBeast channel was in I Opened a Restaurant That Pays You to Eat at It, where Jimmy jokingly fired him.
Get out of here! He suggested we charge money for the food. What? Get out
Bye-bye.
of here! Go! I don't ever want to hear you guys talk about charging again.
While this was obviously just a meme for the video, it actually would become Tyler's final official appearance on the MrBeast channel. Honest
Oh,
question,
no.
after you suggested making people pay for the food in the restaurant video and Jimmy kicked you out, you were never in another video again. Did he fire you from being in more videos? Tyler did make a small cameo in Last to Leave the Circle Wins $500,000, as well as the Squid Game video where he apparently featured as one of the guards, and when you combine this information with his Instagram, on which he's often still seen with the crew, it's clear that Tyler hasn't been fired, but is rather working from behind the scenes.
There you
Garen
go.
eventually met a similar fate. He was first introduced to the channel back in May 2018 after the team
Chat, do you guys remember any of these people? Because I don't. I don't. I don't remember them. I don't remember them. They weren't very memorable, I guess. Hello? My space button stopped working.
cut his car
There
in
it goes.
half, and from that point onwards, he was a semi-regular in the MrBeast videos.
Oh,
In
that's
mid-2020,
right. Okay,
Garrett
I
abandoned the
remember
channel
that
to help
video.
out MrBeast's brother. However, as Mr. Bro began to upload fewer and fewer videos, Garrett also began to disappear from the internet. According to a reply on his Instagram, Garrett helps with social media stuff now, although he hasn't uploaded a TikTok or Instagram photo with the MrBeast crew in over 2 years, and claims to be studying at the University of Alabama, which is over 2 states away from the MrBeast headquarters in North Carolina. Perhaps Garrett is still working with the crew from a distance, however, it does seem as though their relationship simply ran its course and eventually fizzled out. But what about
Hey,
Jake
it's okay.
Webb? He was another one of these guys who once featured in almost every MrBeast episode before he'd slowly disappear
Oh
from the
no!
channel.
Really,
Only a month
Sapphire?
after being seen in the I filled my brother's house with slime and bought him a new one video, Jake Weddle would upload a piece of content to his personal channel titled Why I Left MrBeast, in which
Uh-oh.
he'd explain that he'd resigned from the team so he could pursue stand-up comedy under his
Oh,
own name.
there you
I
go.
found myself kind of, I guess, losing passion for what I was doing. I'm doing stand-up basically full-time now.
Weddle went on to explain that his relationship with MrBeast had ended peacefully.
Me and Jimmy actually left on very good terms. I met with Jimmy
See?
before I left. He understood where I was coming from. I understood where he was coming from.
Which is supported by the fact that Weddle came back about a year later for 2 cameo appearances on the channel. However, there's a different MrBeast member who only managed to feature in 1 video before getting fired. Sneeko. Now, to avoid any
So Sapphire, Mr. Beast is like he's obviously got a huge YouTube channel, right? And he does like philanthropy. He does like these challenges where he gives things away. And it's like I remember one video where he actually like gave a house away to somebody for $1, bro. And it's like just like seeing people and like doing things for people. It's crazy. That's what he does. And it's like he'll go and like hit up streamers and like gift them like a shit ton of money, like, or hey, like answer this question, we'll give you this amount of money, and like he gives it to them. Does like cars to shit. He'll buy like a whole fucking car dealership and like give the cars away for like nothing. Like nothing. You should probably watch more streamers. You want to stream for yourself one day? Bro, no, this will get rid of your stage fright. I like talking to people, so if you like talking to people, man, I think you're gonna be fine, man. I think you'd be fine.
Any unnecessary damage to Mr. Beast's image here, we need to specify that this was back in 2018.
Oh shit! Yeah, look at that boat. Oh no. The fond memories of this boat. Anybody else remember this boat? Such a good time.
Long before Sneako had the reputation that he has now. Back then, Sneako's content consisted of deeply meaningful, unbiased videos, which featured a unique editing style more advanced than almost anyone else on the platform. Anybody who was a fan of Sneako at the time can vouch for how incredible his videos were, and with this in mind, it's really no wonder that MrBeast gave him a shot on the team. Sneako made his first appearance in the I built a working car using only Legos video, however, as explained by another video uploaded to Sneako's personal channel titled, The Most Important Lesson I Learned Working for MrBeast, his employment didn't last for very long.
I started working for MrBeast 2 years
ago. Oh, Sapphire, you could do it. I'm telling you, you could do it.
And this was during a time when I wasn't uploading on YouTube at all.
Sneako maintained a level of respect toward MrBeast even after leaving the team. However, the same can't be said for Marcus Pearson, who became the most controversial firing in MrBeast history. When Marcus was first
still don't know who this guy is.
Back in 2019, he quickly became a fan favorite. However, after being featured in the MrBeast Christmas special that very same year, Marcus stopped appearing in any of the videos.
I wonder
5 months
why.
later, in May 2020, a fan would ask on Marcus's
Hell
TikTok,
yeah.
when you coming back to MrBeast
The prices right now are good, Sapphire.
Implying that maybe Marcus had been left in the dark about his future involvement on the channel. Approximately 3 months later, in August 2020, Marcus was officially removed from the team, although unlike most of the other MrBeast members, Marcus didn't.
Oh, I remember that. So like in that video, like they crushed like I guess a couple of people's cars and like gifted them new cars. I would like if somebody crushed my truck, I would be real upset. I'm not gonna lie. Even if I got a new one, I'd still get a little upset because it's like, bro, I made memories in that truck.
Peacefully.
So I gotta destroy him, bro. So I'm gonna destroy you, bro. I'm gonna destroy you eternally for a long ass time. Just you gonna feel this. You gonna feel this tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. You ain't gonna forget about this.
Marcus would take to Instagram and post a 12-minute story in which he'd make some absolutely delusional claims, such as MrBeast started the pandemic.
He started this pandemic for a reason.
Marcus was a leader whilst MrBeast was a follower.
I was born a leader and he was born a follower. He was stealing sauce. I was.
Bro, is this dude insane? Like, he might actually be crazy. Yeah, Sapphire. That's what I'm saying.
Borrowing sauce and paying homage, you feel me?
Before going on to state that he thought MrBeast was a broken person for firing him.
The only conclusion that I can make is that he's broken somewhere else. That's the only conclusion that I can come up with.
Well,
is he saying broken? No, yeah, okay, see, there you go. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Chad, I can't be the only person that sees these videos of people holding a phone like this and they're making a video and it's like, and you just immediately like, peace, I can't watch this shit, bye. Yeah, that is Andrew Tate's boy, bro.
While it seemed like Marcus's goal was to discredit
that
MrBeast,
Sneako guy,
the only person he seemed to discredit was himself, given Marcus's rant was so delusional and unfounded that it just made him look like an idiot. It's been stated all around the internet that Marcus was fired because of unacceptable behavior and a drug problem, although there's no evidence.
There you go. So he was on some shit.
In a podcast that their revenue dropped massively at the start of the pandemic, and the more likely reality was that Marcus was fired to save money on wages.
No, you know,
I'm just
be like, peace.
Time. Marcus maintains an Instagram following of around 75,000, yet he's only made one post in the last 2 years, showing that his rant against MrBeast.
Bro, you called that shit. You called it. Man, bees, what you got over here, bro? All right, thank you, Riyadh, thank you, dude. That's interesting because it's like some of these, he looks like me. Well, I do have one of those faces. I'm just kidding. No, so. That's pretty cool. Man, Bees, how are you going? How are you doing on this Saturday evening? I can't talk. Like, English is hard, chat. English is freaking hard. It is hard. All right. Let me get this moved, and boom. There we go. Yeah, the look of somebody on drugs? No, that dude was definitely on something that he was talking about. Dude, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.